Go ahead.
We're not doing the cinnamon challenge. Good, buddy.
Chocolate, 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 chocolate. Better butter cookie, better butter cookie.
Welcome to Omnis Eat Vegan Kitchen. My name's John, and today we're making pecan nut butter. The recipe comes to us from tastyyummies.com. What we have here are 2 cups of pecans that have been dehydrated. Dehydrating nuts that you buy at the store consists of letting them soak overnight and then baking them at approximately 150 for 10 to 12 hours. You're going to be able to tell when they're nice and crunchy. What we're going to do is take our 2 cups of pecans, and we're going to add them to our food processor. To that mixture, to give it some liquid to blend with, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And once we have that in our food processor, we're going to start the blending process. When you see them get stuck on the sides like that, you're going to take your spatula and make sure that you push down to break your nuts free from the sides. Okay, I'm going to take this time to start to scrape my stuff down, make sure they're all processing into nuts. I don't really think that I'm going to need the second tablespoon of oil. It looks like all my butter is forming. Got it all scraped down. I'm going to resume blending. It looks like sort of hit the consistency we needed. It seems to be fairly free flowing. Not unlike, peanut butter or other butters that we've tried. I'm going to scrape it down here, and then I'm going to add my flavors. I'm going to go ahead and add my flavors to my nut butter. I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of pure maple syrup. That's my 1 tablespoon. I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla powder. And this is, I don't think this is necessarily on the recipe, but if you're a regular in the channel, you know that we like vanilla. We're also going to be adding 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. We're going to be adding a half teaspoon of nutmeg. We're going to be adding a pinch of ginger. And we're going to add a couple grinds of salt. Put the lid back on our food processor, or in our case, the Ninja. And blend for another minute or 2. According to the timer on my Ninja, it's been about a minute. I'm going to go ahead and take my blades out. Alright, I'm going to take this jar and scrape my newly made nut butter into its container. I think I'm going to leave the rest in my container for Nicholas and I to sample, just to show you about how much that made. Well, it made about a quarter of a mason jar. I don't know what you use to store things. So Nick, if you'd like to join me, I'd love to have you come and try some of this butter. Here, so you can just use your finger. So what do you think?
Good.
Good. What taste do you like? Does it taste like?
Tastes like chocolate.
Tastes like chocolate?
Tastes like chocolate.
So you would say it has a very sweet flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree with Nicholas that here. There's there's a lot of practical uses for this. Now that you have it in this form, you use it obviously to make a sandwich with, cookies. We can definitely add something to a cookie. Yeah, you could take peanut butter cookie recipe and make pecan cookies. There's a lot of good, because we use nutmeg and the vanilla. There's a lot of good like super fall flavors going on. It is texture-wise not unlike crunchy peanut butter, because no matter how long you blend it,
I'm gonna taste it. Tastes
still-
like chocolate.
it still tastes like chocolate. It's still gonna have some of the nut texture in there, because obviously, no matter, unless you have a professional food processor that could reduce it down to further than my Ninja could. But you'd give it a 10 then, Nick?
Yep.
I would give this a 10 as well. I definitely would make this recipe again. I'd try different nuts. I think it would be a lot of fun. I think it could be a lot of fun to try different nuts and what they would taste like turned into
Woo!
your own homemade peanut butter or your own homemade nut butter. If you have any suggestions, or you have any comments, or you like the video, use the comment section down below. And make sure you click like. Don't forget to subscribe. And for Omnis Eat Vegan Kitchen, my name's John.
Nick!
Guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks.